The Ottawa County Parks and Recreation Commission is dedicated to providing residents and visitors alike with a wide range of recreational opportunities while preserving and protecting the county's most sensitive natural resources. With over 7,000 acres of land split between 27 natural resource-based parks, 15 open spaces, and more than 100 miles of trail, there are plenty of opportunities available for the community to enjoy the outdoors. Many of these properties are situated within the county's 4 distinct greenways, each possessing its own unique charm. The Parks Commission's main goal has been to establish these greenways, forming an interconnected public land network and ultimately linking them with trails. Along the Grand River Greenway, significant work was completed in 2023. Thanks to an anonymous gift to the Ottawa County Parks Foundation, the Grand Ravines Treehouse was completed in the spring of 2023, just off the Ottawa Explorers route. The treehouse provides a great space to soak in the serenity of the surrounding canopy and view the park's gorgeous namesake, ravines. Along the Jenison Mill segment of the Ottawa Explorers Trail, the Sequoia Gateway Arch was installed. The arch marks the connection between Ottawa County and Kent County and is named in honor of Peter Sequoia. At the confluence of the Grand River and Lake Michigan, efforts are being made to enhance public access and the ecology at Ottawa Sands. Working alongside Audubon Great Lakes and the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, supported in part by funding from Sustain Our Great Lakes program and the Fisheries Habitat Grant program, the design phase for ecological enhancement has commenced.
So Ottawa Sands is 345 acres, 118 of which was impacted by mining operation in the past. After purchase and protection, Ottawa Sands became the latest piece in a puzzle that included a 2,400 acre corridor of protected dune land in the area. The ecological restoration project at Ottawa Sands will improve and diversify habitat along the sag of the Grand River. And then around the Mine Lake, we are softening the shoreline, expanding the littoral zone of the lake, which is really important for fish species, for amphibians, and for many bird species as well. We will also be installing structures in the lake. Those structures will be both within the lake and along the shoreline of the Mine Lake, which will also improve habitat for amphibians, fish, and birds around the lake.
Construction has continued on the Ottawa Explorers Camp at Ottawa Sands, supported in part by the generous $3.48 million in funding from the Bill and B. Ottawa Foundation.
Well, the first phase of work at Ottawa Sands is probably the biggest project that Ottawa County Parks has ever partaken of. It includes a new entrance, an entrance drive, a kayak launch, and the Ottawa Explorers Camp, which includes unique rentable overnight facilities such as yurts and tree houses, as well as campsites. The big news is that all of this is scheduled to be completed in late summer 2024.
Along the Pigeon River Greenway, a grand opening was held for West Michigan's first public observatory, located at Hemlock Crossing County Park. The observatory is operated by members of the Shoreline Amateur Astronomical Association, who host monthly astronomy programs and public viewing nights every Friday.
So every Friday night, as long as it's clear, it has to be clear, we open the observatory to the public. And they'll get to see, whatever is in the sky at that time, like some of the planets. We usually show some of the nicer star clusters, some galaxies, and so forth. We also usually come outside and kind of give a sky tour of the constellations so people understand what this thing is supposed to look like and the mythological stories behind them.
Ottawa County received 2 Michigan Natural Resources Trust Funds grants in 2023. The first one was for acquisition of additional property adjacent to the Rosie Mound Natural Area. And the second one was for improvements at Kirk Park, which includes a fully remodeled modern restroom building, along with all the utilities, and a new playground to replace 2 existing playgrounds that were over 20 years old.
A coordinator of fund development was hired with funding in part from the Ottawa County Parks Foundation.
Hi, so my name is Glenn Bosch. My position is funded by a grant through the Ottawa County Parks Foundation, but the support benefits the parks system as a whole.
Our community engagement team worked to offer programs and events designed to connect the public to nature in meaningful ways.
It was really fun to pilot the Parks for All initiative. We served nearly 1,000 4th grade students in 4 different school districts, Allendale, Coopersville, Spring Lake, and Grand Haven. And it was just so exciting to see this new curriculum that we created being piloted and the students having fun and enjoying it. Parks for All this past year was a pilot. We are looking to expand this in the future with the hope that that would be funded through the Ottawa County Parks Foundation.
We are proud to have formed partnerships with other organizations that share our vision, allowing us to offer more services and programs that benefit the community we serve.
A new partnership this summer was with CultureWorks. We had a grant that was funded by the Mellon Foundation that allowed us to do some nature and art programming. We had a local artist lead a printmaking program at Hawthorne Pond where there was also a scavenger hunt. They could come design their own flower pot. It was a lot of fun for families who participated. And then we also had a poetry reading at Upper Macatawa Natural Area. Both events were something that we hadn't offered before, very fresh and new, and the goal, of course, was to engage a new audience.
We are especially grateful to the Ottawa County Parks Foundation for providing financial support for our parks endeavors, and to the Friends of Ottawa County Parks for their continued community outreach and volunteerism. Several natural resource management initiatives were implemented to ensure the long-term sustainability of our natural resources.
Red pine was planted similarly to other crops meant to be harvested, as densely as possible. At Pigeon Creek, the pine plantation has been managed through periodic thinning for 70 years. As a result, the plantations acted as a nursery for the beech, maple, hemlock forest that is growing in the understory today. Red pine populations in Ottawa County have become less healthy. Even though the plantation at Pigeon Creek was properly managed, the introduction of root rot along with summers trending hotter and drier, these northern species have become stressed and more prone to disease. As a result, many red pines are dead and dying. Just look up.
We were really getting to the point where the trees were starting to become a hazard to park users, and we couldn't let that happen.
Our committed volunteers continued to be crucial to the work that we do.
Volunteers are one of the most important resources that Ottawa County Parks has. Not only do they donate thousands of hours of their valuable time every year, but they also serve as a critical connection to the community.
Along the lakeshore, we transitioned to a customer-friendly approach of utilizing on-site fee stations and software for registering motor vehicles. Cal and Winds Nest parks are among the popular lakeshore parks now managed and operated by the Parks and Recreation Commission under an agreement with Port Sheldon Township.
This partnership has allowed those parks to be operated more efficiently with less repetition of government services. So it's just a win-win for everybody.
Seasonal hiring continues to be a challenge in 2023.
We are working extra hard to try to fix that again in 2024 because with 7,000 acres of land and only 10 full-time operations employees, that's 700 acres per full-time operations employee. So without the seasonals and the part-time employees, we just can't get this done. These are very important people to our team. And so in 2024, we'll be increasing those rates yet again and working to make the schedules as flexible as possible to try to recruit and retain new seasonal and part-time employees.
The Ottawa County Parks and Recreation Commission remains dedicated to providing exceptional recreational opportunities for all, while preserving the unique natural resources that make Ottawa County such an extraordinary place to live, work, and play.